What's up, everybody? Bootsy Greenwood here, and I just want to encourage you today. That's all I want to do. I want to tell you that whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, whatever goal it is that you have in mind, that you're getting closer, you're doing great, and keep at it. I got some news the other day that was, to me, discouraging and something that I didn't want to hear, but it's all part of what is the path that's laid out ahead of me. Sometimes I think we have lofty expectations, and that's okay, but we have to understand that we have to show up and we have to do the things that we have to do in order to get to that place, and that's okay. We're all humans here. We're all trying this crazy ride out, this video game, if you want to call it that. And I feel like transurfing is the thing that gives us the remote control, but we still have to learn how to use that thing, okay? And I want to encourage you and I want to admonish you because sometimes when we're pursuing our goal, we have to put ourselves out there, and it's really hard to do that. Even when I started this channel, I was scared, especially when I started getting in front of the camera. And I had a friend who's an amazing friend of mine. She is just a wonderful, wonderful human being and a dime in every way. And she does marketing, and she's like, dude, you got to get in front of the camera. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. She's like, dude, it's not that big a deal. Just get in front of the camera. And finally, over time, I did. And look, do I want to be the guy on YouTube, like, teaching this stuff? I mean, not necessarily. I'm happy to. I like teaching it. It's fun. But ultimately, I have a much bigger goal than that. For those of you who know me, I'm into comedy, and so I'm trying to get, things going in that direction. But we've also started doing some stuff in transurfing that I feel, I don't want to say a sense of duty or obligation, because that's not true, but I feel like it's really important work. So I've sort of shifted into that a little bit and really started to focus on that. I felt like a little bit unfunny lately, and I'm still putting myself out there. Like, I did improv last night, and I feel like I bombed pretty hard. I did a podcast the other day that's still going to come out, and I feel like it wasn't my best work. It's still coming out, and I get to watch that. Excuse me, that's gross. I get to watch that and be like, yeah, I don't want to watch it. Like, I don't want to watch any of this stuff that I'm on, because it makes me cringe. It makes me cringe. Hearing yourself on tape, if you've never done it, will make you cringe until you can build your comfort zone up enough to tolerate your own voice. Now I can listen to Tufty and I forget that I'm the one who's reading it, okay? When I first started singing on tape, I couldn't sing anyway, so it made it 20,000 times worse. I couldn't sing anyway. And my nose is itchy right now, if you must know. It's very itchy, that nostril, but I'm going to keep making this video because it falls in line perfectly. Put yourself out there and don't worry so much about the consequences of it. Putting myself on tape and hearing it, awful, cringy. Watching myself on video, the worst. But I'd be lying if I didn't say I'd be lying if I didn't also admit that I've seen progress in this. And so that's a part of transurfing as well. As we expand our comfort zone and it becomes easier and easier to walk to the letterbox and get the thing that we desired. A good example that I like to use for myself when I get maybe like a little bit discouraged is I'll think about Joe Rogan, okay? Love him or hate him, he's got the biggest podcast in the world, and he wouldn't have had that podcast had he not done all the other things before to get to that podcast. He's basically Johnny Carson now. He's the Johnny Carson of our generation. If you are a comic and you go on Joe Rogan, you're made. That's it. You're done. If you're somebody and you go on Joe Rogan, he's got a massive audience. But he wasn't always that big. He wasn't always that well respected. He used to be the host for Fear Factor. Now, that's not a bad thing. That's cool. But if you're a comedian and you walk into Backstage at, I don't know, any club and there's a bunch of other comics there, you can't swing your ego around like, oh, I'm the host of Fear Factor, because nobody gives a shit. They're like, oh yeah, we've seen that, buddy. I saw you, making people eat grubs or whatever you do. Like, that's not noble in a lot of ways. But he said yes to that. And that's a step to get to here, to get to here, to get to here. So whatever your big goal is, don't be afraid to take that step. Even if you bomb, even if you fail, even if you make a fool of yourself, because nobody's going to remember who you were when you are who you are. Who you were becomes irrelevant, and it becomes a fun joke that you can look back on and laugh at. I guess I'm making this video as much for myself as anybody else, but I want to encourage each and every one of you who's out there, who's maybe a little bit hesitant or a little bit shy about putting themselves out there, about doing the thing that they feel like they kind of should do or want to do in their heart, like I kind of want to do this thing, but I'm hesitant. I'm not sure if I really, I'm scared, and that's okay. It's okay to be scared. Be bold, and mighty forces will come to your aid. Courage is doing something even though you're afraid. And it's almost like I woke up yesterday and I felt like a different person than I did the day before. It was like, man, if I could have just been this person yesterday, I would have done so much better. But guess what? I'm this person today. So whatever it is that I take on, whatever the next thing is, it's just going to be better. I'm going to be better, and I'm constantly stepping my game up to be the best person I can be, right? So, like I said, I got some news the other day. Not super happy about it. I'm going to have to wait on some things that I thought were going to maybe come through. And you know what? That's okay. It gives me time to put myself to the level where I need to be to receive those things. Because if I got those things now, I'd probably screw them up. I'm probably just not quite ready. I still need to do some self-development to kind of get to that thing. Because even when you get to Joe Rogan status, he still wants to go up, right? Like he's not satisfied there, Like he's getting to the point where maybe he can get to that point, but it's a long road, It takes a lot. And I want to encourage each and every one of you to just do it, to just try it, whatever that thing is, and give yourself permission to fail. Allow yourself to fail. I saw a book in a bookstore once that said, "Fail forward fast." I didn't read that book because I didn't need to. I know exactly what that means, and it means put yourself out there, allow yourself to fail. Just keep on keeping on, keep doing the thing, keep charging toward your goal, and on the way there, you'll expand your comfort zone and you'll be able to receive more and more, and you'll become a stronger person. Because I can guarantee you this, if you wait and you're here and you wait for this opportunity, it'll never come. You'll never get there. You will always just wait. You put that podcast in the can and you listen to it and you're like, it's just not quite perfect. Well, guess what? It's never going to be perfect. And now you've limited yourself from getting to the place that you ultimately want to be at. So wherever you are, start there. You're doing great. We're going to have setbacks. We're going to have things, when I say setbacks, I really don't mean it like in the traditional sense. I mean it in the Transufing way. This is an advantage. It's a setback, seemingly, but it's an advantage. It's an opportunity for me to develop and cultivate a stronger version of myself, a better, higher version of who I am. And I'm not going to get to that place through stagnation and feeling, sorry for myself or like a victim or any of those things. That's never going to happen. I might as well just throw in the towel right now, just get a regular job and, try and work until I can retire and then just get my stipend or pension or whatever it's called at that point. Is that going to make me happy though? Absolutely not. So I certainly can't allow myself to go down that road because, if I need to get a job or something to make extra money, then that's fine. But giving up on my dream entirely in order to just go work a standard thing that I have no passion or concern really for is not going to fulfill me, and it's also not going to bring the things into the world that I would like to contribute. So I just want to encourage you guys that no matter how hard it is, no matter how embarrassed you get, no matter how many people nana boo boo you or whatever, make fun of you, which most people won't. You think they will? You think people care? They don't care, dude. They will just scroll right by whatever it is that you're putting out there if it doesn't suit them. That's basically all that happens. So, you're going to get some haters, maybe. Most people are just going to ignore you if they don't care about what you're putting out there. So that just gives you more time to get better and develop and just continue on and on and on. I just want to admonish you. I just want to tell you that you're doing great and to not give up. Hang in there, and and just remember, love is all there is. That's all there is. And in time, we go back into all the unconditional infinity that exists. So right now we're having this human experience, and it's rife with trauma and torture, and we have to work for things. But I think we made this choice. I think we said, we want to try this out. And then now we've had the ability and the opportunity to learn that there is a way to navigate this and get to our goal. So transurfing for me, that's the way, that's the remote control. But again, there's a learning curve even with the remote controller. So if you haven't mastered it yet, that's okay. It's going to take some time. I've been at this 3.5 years now of transurfing specifically, in self-development for 6-7 years. So, still learning a lot, still getting my hopes dashed from time to time. But I think it's important to be vulnerable, put ourselves out there, and just keep on keeping on. So I just want to encourage every single one of you out there, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're bringing into the world, whatever your gift is, don't give up. Keep giving that gift and allow yourself the freedom to come up short of your own expectations, because no one else has placed any expectations on you. Only you have. So love on yourself. Give yourself what you need. Go get some froyo if you need to get some froyo, and that makes you feel better. It does for me. Just keep on, keep on, everybody. And thanks so much for subscribing to this channel. Be sure to check out Transsurfing TV. Check out the International Transsurfing Institute on Facebook. It's an excellent group. We talk about all kinds of great stuff in there. It's discussion based, so don't bring any links in there or I will cyberbully you. And let's see, gumroad.com/Bootsy Greenwood. Free stuff. Lots of free stuff there. And let's see, also my email list is there, and I'm the laziest email marketer ever. I haven't even promoted the ITI on there yet. I need to do that. And Patreon. You can Patreon me at patreon.com/Bootsy Greenwood, and I will give you extra behind the scenes stuff and really cool other neato type of gifts. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys next time.